Over the weekend, Donald Trump traveled to the fire-ravaged areas of California, including the city of Paradise that has been pretty much completely wiped off the map by the wildfires currently taking place in the state of California. And Donald Trump somehow managed to make things so much worse with his visit. Not only did he embarrass the state of California by lying about their forest management capabilities, but then he decided to lie about the forest management in European countries, prompting a lot of foreign backlash against Donald Trump, including a decent amount of mocking coming from the people of Finland. Here is what Donald Trump said to reporters after touring some of these fire-ravaged areas. We've got to take care of the floors, the floors of the forest. It's very important. You look at other countries where they do it differently, and it's a whole different story. I was with the president of Finland, and he said, we're a forest nation. He called it a forest nation, and they spend a lot of time on raking and cleaning and doing things. And they don't have any problem, and when it is, it's a very small problem. They're raking trees, little trees like this that are nut trees, little bushes that you could see are totally dry, weeds, and they're raking them. They're on fire. They should have been all raked out. Now, as everybody I'm sure could tell, the thought process at the end of that sentence really just starts to fall apart. He's just naming things that he sees at the moment while talking, like the bush, the nut tree, stuff on the ground, it's fire. The man is crazy. I mean, absolutely no question about it. This man is crazy. But let's get down to the real heart of the issue here. Would raking the forest actually prevent these forest fires? All of the experts say absolutely not. Because here's the thing, where the wildfires are happening right now, they have also had wildfires in those areas since 2006. So the floor of the forest, the undergrowth, the dead trees that have fallen down and dried out, those have already burned up. That was not what fueled the fire here. Furthermore, in areas where they did come in and clear-cut forests to prevent that from being used as fuel for wildfires, they still get wildfires. So every time they've tried to do this, actually rake out the forest or clear cut it or whatever it is, it doesn't stop the fires. Because Donald Trump and this administration, and pretty much most politicians in DC, the ones that are already sworn in, not the ones that are coming in. Luckily, we've got a fresh new class of people who understand the problem, and the problem is climate change. The problem is that California has been suffering through years of drought. And there's no amount of raking, no amount of clear cutting you can do to prevent fires from happening when you, one, have negligent energy companies in the state of California, PG&E, that has faulty equipment that constantly sparks these wildfires. And two, when everything is so dry that it can catch on fire like that, that's going to create a problem every time. And the dryness, the drought, the lack of rainfall, all of that is directly related to climate change. Now back to the international ridicule. People from Finland are posting pictures all over social media. One of them has a vacuum out in the forest saying, look, doing my duty to clear out the forest floor. Another one holding a rake out there saying the same thing, and they're using the hashtag Rake America Great Again. It's absolute just insanity here. They're mocking the United States because our president is so painfully stupid and crazy. There was a time when the United States wasn't like this. Obviously not during the Bush administration, but other times, yeah. We had a president that was respectable, and whether you agreed with them or not on policy, you at least have to understand the fact that we weren't the laughingstock of the entire world because we didn't have a president at the time who said we can stop all these fires by just grabbing the rake out of your garage and doing your duty. That's not what caused these fires. That's not what's going to prevent these fires. The only thing we can do at this point is start addressing the causes of global climate change and hope that we can head off some of the worst disasters before they begin.